Did you know that loneliness could be destroying your memory after 60? If you live alone or feel isolated, this video could change your life. Hi, I'm Dr. David Harper from Longevity Lab, and today I'm going to show you how loneliness affects your brain and what you can do to avoid it. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to give you practical tips that will protect your memory and bring you more happiness. After 60, it's common for us to spend more time alone. Maybe our children have left home, or our friends are more distant. But what many people don't know is that loneliness isn't just sad, it can literally destroy your memory. Studies show that social isolation increases the risk of cognitive decline and even diseases like Alzheimer's. I see this all the time, patients who feel lonely and start to forget important things. But here's the good news, you can change that. Today, I'm going to explain why loneliness affects the brain so much and give you 4 practical tips for maintaining social relationships and protecting your memory. At the end, I'm going to share an extra secret that will help you feel more connected. So grab a pen and paper and let's build an old age full of happy memories together. Before we talk about the tips, let's understand why loneliness is so harmful to memory. When we are alone for a long time, our brain suffers. Loneliness increases stress levels, releasing a hormone called cortisol, which in excess damages neurons, especially in the hippocampus, the area of the brain responsible for memory. A study from the University of Michigan showed that elderly people who feel isolated have a 35% higher risk of cognitive decline. Another study, published in the Journal of Neurology, found that loneliness can accelerate the development of Alzheimer's by up to 20%. This happens because, without social interaction, our brain is not stimulated enough. Talking, laughing, sharing stories. All of this activates several areas of the brain, such as those responsible for memory and learning. In addition, loneliness also increases inflammation in the body, which further damages the brain. And there's more. Those who feel lonely tend to have less healthy habits, such as sleeping poorly or eating worse, which makes the situation worse. I've seen patients who, after losing a partner or moving away from friends, started to forget simple things, like where they left their keys. But the good news is that this isn't inevitable. Creating and maintaining social relationships can reverse these effects and protect your memory. So, if you're feeling lonely or know someone who is, pay attention to the tips I'm going to give you now. They're simple, practical, and can make all the difference. Before we start, I want to ask you, have you been feeling lonely lately? Or do you know someone who's been more isolated after 60? Leave a comment, because your story might help other people identify with it. And if you think someone needs to hear this, tag them now. Let's help more people protect their memory and live with more joy and connection. Let's go to the first tip to avoid loneliness and protect your memory. Reconnect with friends and family. Talking to people you love is one of the most powerful ways to stimulate the brain. When you talk, listen, and share stories, you activate several areas of the brain, including those responsible for memory. A Harvard University study showed that older adults with an active social network have a 25% lower risk of cognitive decline. So, how about calling a friend you haven't seen in a while, or scheduling a coffee date with a relative? I have a patient, Mrs. Teresa, who is 68. After she lost her husband, she began to isolate herself and told me that she often forgot appointments. I suggested that she call a childhood friend who lived nearby. They started meeting up every week to walk and talk. After 2 months, Mrs. Teresa told me that not only did she remember things better, but she also felt happier and more energetic. That's what social connection does for the brain. You don't need a big event. A 10-minute phone call or text message can make a difference. Start today. Think of someone you haven't spoken to in a while and send them a message right now. It could be a simple, "Hi, how are you?" Tell me in the comments, who are you going to contact today? And how did that conversation go? The second tip is to join local groups or clubs. If you don't have friends or family nearby, meeting new people can be a great solution. Group activities such as book clubs, dance classes, or walking groups stimulate the brain and create social connections. A study published in Social Science and Medicine showed that older adults who participate in regular social activities have 15% better short-term memory. That's because meeting new people and interacting in a group activates the brain in unique ways. CA. I met Mr. Paolo, 72, who felt very lonely after retiring. He told me he would even forget what he had done the day before. I suggested he join a gardening group in his community. He started going once a week and soon made new friends. After 3 months, he told me that not only did he remember his friends' names better, but he also felt more excited to get out of the house. And he even learned how to take care of plants, which made him proud. You can look for groups in your city. Churches, community centers, and even social networks have options. If you prefer something more relaxed, a book club or board game club might be perfect. The important thing is to take the first step. How about searching for a group today? Tell me in the comments, what kind of group activity would you like to try? The third tip is to use technology to connect. Nowadays, the internet gives us endless possibilities to interact, even if you can't leave the house. Video calls, social media, or even online groups can help combat loneliness. A study by AARP showed that older adults who use technology to connect with others have a 20% lower risk of feeling chronically lonely, which protects memory. Tools like WhatsApp, Zoom, or even Facebook are great for this. I have a patient, Mr. Jose, 66. He lives far from his children and grandchildren and told me that he felt very isolated, which was affecting his memory. He even forgot to take his medication. I taught him how to use WhatsApp to video call his grandchildren. He started talking to them every week, and within a month he told me that not only did he feel more connected, but he also remembered conversations and daily tasks better. He even started sending memes to his grandchildren, and they loved it. You can start with something simple. Ask a child or friend to help you set up a video call, or join an online group about a hobby you enjoy, like cooking or photography. Technology can be your ally. Do you already use video calls or social media to stay connected, or would you like to learn how? Tell us in the comments. The fourth tip is a little different, but very powerful. Adopt a pet. A dog, cat, or even a bird can do wonders for your mental health and memory. Pets reduce loneliness, reduce stress, and give you a sense of purpose, all of which help your brain. A study from the University of Miami showed that elderly people with pets have a 30% lower risk of depression and loneliness, which indirectly protects memory. In addition, taking care of a pet stimulates memory because you have to remember to feed it and walk it. My patient Donna Lucia, 70 years old, lived alone and told me that she felt very sad, which made her forget simple things, like where she kept her glasses. I suggested that she adopt a kitten. She adopted one named Meow and soon began to feel more accompanied. She told me that after 2 months, she not only felt happier, but she also remembered her daily tasks better because she had to organize her day to take care of Meow. And she even started talking to other pet owners at the park. If you can't have a pet, visiting a friend who has one or even volunteering at an animal shelter can help. The important thing is to have this contact. Do you have a pet? Or would you like to have one? Tell me in the comments. Now, as I promised, here's the extra secret. Practice gratitude with those close to you. Thanking the people who are part of your life strengthens bonds and reduces loneliness. A study from the University of California showed that gratitude improves mental health and reduces stress by 15%, which helps memory. So, how about saying thank you to someone today? It could be a neighbor who helps you, or a friend who listens. To you, a simple thank you for being here can change someone's day, and yours too. Your memory and your heart will thank you. So to recap, loneliness can destroy your memory after 60, but you can prevent it. Reconnect with friends and family, join local groups, use technology to connect, and even adopt a pet. And don't forget the bonus tip: practice gratitude. These simple actions will protect your memory and bring you more happiness. Now, I want to challenge you. Choose one of these tips and start today. Maybe call a friend or find a group in your city. Let me know in the comments which tip you'll adopt first and how it went. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss any content. Share this video with someone who needs to feel more connected. Together, we can build an old age full of happy memories and energy. This is Dr. David Harper from the Longevity Lab, and I'll see you in the next video.